What's up, fellas? My name's Nick. My YouTube channel is obviously Twin Nick. I thought I'd make this video. I normally don't do this kind of stuff, but I just feel like after watching UFC's main events last night, I want to just get on here and do this because I don't understand why, but everybody's like telling Costa he should retire and, you know, like start an OnlyFans and retire and hang the gloves up and all that after his performance last night. I think that is just absolutely absurd to say such a thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Strickland. I don't have anything against either fighter. To be honest, I wanted Costa to win, so I do have a little bit of a bias when it comes to this. But after looking at the stats and after watching the fight and after watching Strickland's ridiculous, fighting strategy, I just thought I should get on here, tell my thoughts, get other people's thoughts. There was kind of a lot of controversy around that fight, actually, because of the scoring, and some people are saying the judge needed to be investigated. I know Thug Nasty says that judge needs to be investigated. I love Thug Nasty. He's one of my favorite fighters, but I can't disagree with him anymore. That's just absolutely absurd to say that judge needs to be investigated from his scorecard. I personally feel like Costa had the upper hand on most of the rounds. The way that I look at UFC fights, and I've been watching them close to I'd say close to 20 years now. So I'm kind of a casual, but I'm kind of not. I kind of know my stuff. I wrestled for 15 years in my life as well. I'm pretty into combat sports, but I feel like styles make fights more than anything. And Strickland's style last night, I don't think his style last night was worth a victory, to be honest. I do have a big issue with the Russian style of fighting as well, especially Khabib's. I personally like Islam more than Khabib because he can actually stand and bang, and Khabib, he just wrestles people, chokes them, and it's over. Islam and Poirier last night was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. I wish my boy Poirier would have won, but that's just, I guess, the way the cookie crumbles. And I'm just going to go into the stats with the Strickland versus Costa, and then I'm going to explain how I feel about the fight a little bit more than what I just did. So, Strickland versus Costa last night. One judge had the fight 49-46 Costa, 50-45 Strickland, 49-46 Strickland. Win, obviously, by split decision, the winner was Strickland. Everybody thinks the guy that did 49-46 Costa should be investigated. You realize that's 3 points? 3 lousy points. Imagine if another guy would have judged it, scored it 48-47, or I don't know the numbers exactly. 2 or 3 points opposite the other direction towards Strickland, 2 or 3 points opposite the other direction towards Costa. Then Costa would have won it. Strickland 49-46, one judge. That's 3 points. 49-46 Costa. Why do people think that 49-46 Costa is such a serious, insane, corrupt score? I mean, Strickland was literally doing this the entire fight. Pushing Costa back, kicking front kicks. That's all he did. The entire fight. And everybody's saying Costa ran the whole fight. He didn't run the whole fight. He was preventing getting kicked. If Strickland didn't want him to run the whole fight, then why the hell is he front kicking him to create space the whole fight? That's literally what Strickland was doing. He was literally front kicking Costa to create the space. And people are telling Costa that he needs to retire because he was running from the kicks. What the hell else is he supposed to do? Sit there and get kicked in the stomach, or push forward so so Strickland can counter him? I don't understand what people expected Costa to do other than what he did. Strickland was being a bitch, kicking him the entire time. I mean, what do you expect? That's insane. That strategy of fighting and that style of fighting is just pure garbage, in my opinion. That's not MMA. Standing up like this and front kicking people for 25 minutes, that is the stupidest shit ever. I don't think Strickland is half as good as people give him the credit for. He's got a cool personality, and he's a loudmouth, and he sells fights, but he is not. I don't think he deserved that win last night. I personally think Costa won that fight. Let me get down to the significant strike percentages to prove my point here. Let's see. Significant strikes. Strickland, 182 of 402. That jackass kicked 402 times, basically. Okay, I'll be honest, he probably kicked 300 of those fucking strikes, attempts. He only landed 182 of 402 strikes at 45%. That's trash. I'm sorry, that's less than half of your fucking strikes being landed. Seriously? And he gets this huge win, and he gets this, like, everybody's talking about how the judge that thinks he lost needs to be investigated. Like, dude, and that Costa should retire because of that performance. Are you kidding me? You didn't even land half your strikes. If you got a 45% in school, you would have failed your test. He failed at his job yesterday. Costa, 158 of 266 strikes. 59% he landed. Do you think those were all front kicks? Absolutely not. He had 3 amazing kicks in the first round that could have fucking cost Strickland's leg out in the beginning of the fight, but I guess he kind of laid off it. I think he may have hurt a shin or something. Anyways, Costa landed 158 of 266 at 59%. Strickland landed 182 of 402 at 45%. Trash. Let's get to the rounds per round. Round 1, Strickland landed 24 of 56 strikes. I will guarantee you, if I watch that fight again and actually write these numbers down, 20 of those were front kicks while Costa's running back. Round 1, Costa, 31 of 43, 72% of his strikes landed. While he's having these stupid-ass front kicks kicked at him, and while he's running backwards the whole time because of this huge space, he was still able to land 31 strikes on Strickland at a 72% accuracy rate, which means he landed more strikes than Strickland with less thrown at a much higher average. That's a win. Costa, round 1, my score, win. I don't give a shit if Strickland's pushing him forward the whole time, if Costa's moving backwards the whole time. Fighting is about styles. It's not about pressure. If a wrestler is continuously trying to take you down and you're defending the takedown, Poirier last night, Poirier should deserve more points and more of a look because he's defending what the other guy's doing. You see what I'm saying? I think Islam defended I think Poirier defended 70% of Islam's takedowns. That right there in wrestling in high school, what I did in middle school and shit, that right there would be considered you're beating your opponent. You're out styling them. You're out strategizing. You have better strategy than he does because you're defending yourself. When you're defending yourself, you're winning in a way. So round 1, I'd give to Costa because he landed more significant strikes at a higher rate of accuracy while he was getting forced to run backwards. Round 1, Costa. Round 2, Strickland, 25 for 70. 25 landed for 70. That's pitiful. I'm sorry. At 35%? This man landed probably 20 kicks that round. So he landed 20 out of probably 50 kicks that round. So at a 35% rate accuracy, that's horrible. That is just trash. I'm sorry. Round 2, Costa, 32% out of 60. No, I'm sorry. 32 landed out of 49 at a 65% accuracy. What does that tell you? While he's running back, while he's fighting the distance that Strickland's giving him, what else can you do when you're getting front kicked? He's able to land these shots that are 90% punches while Strickland's doing that bullshit. The whole fight, the entire fight. It was so stupid to watch. I was about to fall asleep. So I'm going to give round 2, due to those circumstances, to Costa. So round 2, Costa. Round 3, 40. There was one round that, oh shit, I didn't look it up. I can't remember. I got to remember that Costa got dropped though. I'm pretty sure he got dropped in round 3 and round 5. All right, yeah, I'm just going to put a star. I know for a fact one of them was round 5. I'd call that a drop even though he tripped. But I got to take in consideration he got dropped twice, even though one of them, in my opinion, was a trip. So round 3 we're on, right? Okay, round 3, Strickland. 45 significant strikes for 83 thrown at a 54% accuracy rate. That's a little better. That's a little better, I think. Over 50% of strikes landed that thrown. That's pretty decent. I'll give him that. And I think he started punching more. Oh, and he had one drop in 3rd round. With the 54% land rate. But we got to remember, 45 landed. Okay, so now we're looking at round 3. Paul Acosta. He landed 34 for 54 at a 62% accuracy. And he was dropped. So not only did he have less landed punches in that round at 35 versus 45, no, 34 versus 34. Jesus. 45 versus 34, he landed less, and he got dropped, so that's a clearly Strickland round 3. Now we're on to round 4. I think that, if I remember correctly, I think that was Costa's best round besides the first round. I'm trying to think of what that round was like. See ya, have a good night at work. I was telling my fiance to have a good night at work. She's a night nurse. Anyway, I actually had to cut the video there. My fiance was leaving to go to work, and we had to talk about a few things before she left. So this is actually going to be a second video that I'm going to splice into the current video I was making. I'm not going to start over. I'm just going to go off of what I was talking about because I feel like I was kind of on a good roll in that first video. I opened up a little bit, wasn't as nervous as I was in the beginning. So I think around round 4, I was explaining how Strickland had more landed significant strikes, and how I think Costa may have also won that round simply because he had more accuracy. But I'm going to go off of what I was what I thought in the beginning, and I'm going to give round 4 to Costa as well, simply because he had a higher rate of significant strikes landed, the accuracy, based off of Strickland's shit style of fighting. So I believe round 3, 4, and 5 were the biggest rounds that changed the outcome of this fight. I feel like if Costa would have landed more on round 5, people wouldn't have thought the way they think right now. They wouldn't think the way they think about how the judges are crazy with that score. But me personally, my personal belief, that shit style Strickland does, and the fact that Paul and Costa had to run away the whole time. And if I remember correctly, round 4 is when he had the second win, he looked the best. I'm giving round 4 to Costa. So right now, Costa, in my eyes, won round 1, round 2, lost round 3, won round 4, and then now we're on to round 5, which is, I think everybody knows who won that round. So round 5, we have Sean Strickland at 49 for 105 thrown strikes. That is unreal. That is so much output, but it's shitty style output. I don't care what anybody says. I'm not making this video to go viral. I'm not making this video to make money or get my YouTube channel big, because it's probably never going to happen. I'm too ugly for that. But that's crazy how many fucking strikes he thrown for 5th round. I guarantee half of them are kicks. Then we had Costa was 32 of 67. He's still on that border of 50%, man. Costa, he was accurate as hell that fight. But Strickland came out, knocked Costa down at the end of the fight. I think, pretty sure it got counted as a knockdown. He came out running at the end of the fight, chasing like hardcore, jumping and doing all that bullshit. Obviously, that looked good, so I'm going to give round 5 to Strickland. So what I have here is we have round 1 Costa, round 2 Costa, round 3 Strickland, round 5 Costa, round 4 Costa, round 5 Strickland. If I had to score it, I'd go, okay, if I had to score that fight, I'd go round 1 Costa 10-9. I'd go round 2 Costa 10-9. Round 3 Strickland 8-10. And then I'd go round 4 Costa 10-9. Round 5 Strickland 9-10, which means Costa would have 47. Costa. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's interesting. 47 Strickland. I would have had it a draw on my scorecard. Holy shit, that's wild. Even though I think Costa deserves the win because of the style mixtures and just the fact he was able to land at a higher percentage rate of significant strikes than Strickland, while Strickland was doing that bullshit that shouldn't even be in MMA, which was just a joke. Everybody was joking, like bitching about it. That's wild though. After all that video, my scorecard would have been a draw. And if you agree with me on that, please tell me why. If you don't agree with me on that, tell me why. I stutter a lot. Understand I'm dyslexic, so sometimes I have a hard time talking. I get excited and I like to mix my words. I say shit backwards all the time, and I'm on a little bit of oxy from my knee surgery I just had a week ago. Don't tell anybody about that. But yeah, that's my thought on the Strickland Costa fight. I really wanted to make this video and talk about the whole main event, but I think the Strickland Costa was really the one that bothered me the most. Everybody knows who won Poirier, Makhachev. Obviously, Makhachev choked him. But if it went to the scorecards, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Who would have won that? Poirier's he's a god, man. He's my dude. I would say he's probably my second MMA fighter now. My first one's Oliveira. I don't know. I used to not like Poirier a few years ago when he started getting cocky, but he won my heart over these last 2 years. So, Poirier, if you ever see this, man, a simple heart or a comment, it'd be fucking awesome, bro. But yeah, that's my video on the fight. Strickland, I think the way you fight is fucking trash. I think you talk too much sometimes, and the fact that you throw a bottle of piss out the window on a highway is absolutely pathetic to show our youth. Pretty fucking sickening, if you ask me. Yeah, you're right there on the level with Conor McGregor about how you're not a good influence. Anyways, Trump 2024, guys. Hope you have a good day. Hopefully you like the video. Give it a thumbs up, comment. This is very weird. If I get more than like 200 views and like 8 comments, I'll probably make another one, because this is actually a lot of fun. I have a little stat sheet here. I did a little research. You know, I don't like going off of other people's opinion. I'm just sharing my own opinion. I know I scored the fight kind of similar to what the judges did. I looked at that, but that comment about how that judge needs to be fired, that blows my mind, man. That absolutely blows my mind. I know exactly why he did that, why he scored it that way, because I feel the same way. And I remember, like I said, Thug Nasty made a video about that, saying it needs to be investigated. Joe Rogan, Danielle Cormier's all talking about it needs to be investigated. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are just dick riding Strickland, man. Just keep dick riding him. Trump was there. He's a Republican, too. Obviously, I'm a Republican, but it's simply they're dick riding the money fight guy. That's all it is. It's all it is. He didn't win that fight by that much of a fucking advantage. My scorecard shows a draw. So anyways, yeah, like I said, if you like the video, boys, hit me up. Comment, like, subscribe, share it even. Get my ugly mug around the interwebs a little more. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end this now. I'm starting to ramble. Take care, fellas. Trump 2024.